Good morning. We are located at Motion this morning on the far east Hamilton Mountain. I'm here with Julie Harkness, and we are talking about accessibility. And Julie, maybe you could give us a little bit more background on Motion and how you can help our community.
Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
Glad that you could come. Motion has been around for about 30 years, not so long in this location, but probably about 20 years in Hamilton. And we are all about home accessibility and mobility and making people's lives much easier and making their life accessible.
Now, this whole world has come a long way. Since you guys have been in the business for so long, you would see the developments. And I mean, even just showing example here of the chairlift. Tell us a little bit about this.
So the stairs are probably one of the biggest obstacles that people find in their homes and their biggest worry in terms of staying in their home. But there's very few configurations that we can't safely put in a stair lift that can make someone's life much easier, and it can also make their home much more accessible. And it's done quite minimally invasively. So a lot of people, one of their biggest concerns is, what's going to happen afterwards? Is it going to ruin my walls? Is it going to ruin my stairs? Well, really, in this situation, we have a lot of vertical supports, but normally in a regular straight run stair lift, there would only be about 3 or 4 of these supports, and they're just screwed into the tread of the step. Very easily repairable afterwards.
And this is nice because, as you said, people worry about the home, maybe their family home, the home they've been in for years and years, and they don't want to leave, right? They want to stay. So now this gives them the ability to stay.
Exactly. And in terms of, people say, oh, is it going to cost a whole lot? It doesn't cost nearly as much as trying to put your house up for sale. And even just the emotional cost of moving out of your house. This is such an easy fix that it's a great thing to start off with. And it's one of the biggest deal breakers for people in the beginning. So
I can imagine.
It makes a huge difference.
Now you also have a remote as well there for this.
Exactly. So if you have a lot of people in the home, you can actually, so what you can do is you can send the lift up to the top of the stairs. So let's say it's sitting at the bottom and it's in a congested area, then you can send it up to the top so that it doesn't get in the way.
And it's also great maybe if there are 2 people in the house that need it,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
This is great.
And you can send your laundry up the stairs.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of things with it.
The other thing you can do when one of these pictures, you can see you can actually park it around a corner so that, again, it does get out of the way quite easily. And it can mix in with the decor, lots of different colors and things available as well.
We have come a long way. This is fantastic. All right, this is what we're going to talk about today, accessibility and mobility here at Motion in Hamilton. We'll be right back. Good morning. Back at Motion here in Hamilton, and this looks like a cozy, comfy recliner. We're here with Julie, and tell me about this chair. This is fantastic.
Well, while it is a cozy, comfy recliner, to be sure, it actually helps someone safely stand up from a sitting position.
Right, so not only are you getting great chair, but that is key, because when you're at that 90-degree angle, it's very difficult to get up from, right? So this is going to tip you forward.
Yes, and it helps to keep people safe, helps to get them up and down easily. But what really you need to think about too is that this is a very specialized chair and that it has to fit someone. So for instance, this chair is probably a little bit too big for me. And if someone was a smaller person, they'd have to have a chair that has a much lower or smaller seat depth and a much lower seat to floor height. So that's where we come in, the consultants that we have here at Motion. We can come into your home. We can go through your home and help you to identify a lot of the needs that maybe you don't even know that you have, and help fit things customized for you, because if it doesn't fit you, it's not going to work properly for you.
That's a good point. So when we talk about the home, earlier in the segments we were seeing, the stair lift, right? It will take you to the top and bottom of your staircase. Now we've got the chair. Let's also talk about the significance of your bed. Again, another situation that could be difficult to get in and out of.
Absolutely. So a lot of these beds, this one will go up with the head and the foot of the bed, which helps to make people comfortable in the bed. Also helps to accentuate your leisure time. A lot of people do spend some time watching TV in bed, so that helps as well. This particular bed also comes up and down in terms of the height of the bed. So that makes it easier for you to be getting in and out of the bed. And something as simple as a bed rail makes a huge difference in terms of people trying to get in and out of the bed, and their bed mobility, turning around in the bed as well.
Okay, and again, a lot of things that people don't think about. So coming in, when you guys actually go into the home, you can really sort of assess knowing their mobility needs, right?
Correct.
And then you can sort of take them through their homes.
Absolutely, and that's what we do. We identify things like loose rugs and clutter and situations, especially in the bathroom,
Sure.
where most of the falls and most of the accidents in the home do happen. So something as simple as a raised toilet seat, we have lots of different examples of toilet seats, just like the lift chair that can help you get on and off the toilet. Something like this, you could even put bedside that
Sure.
so many people, whether they're senior or not, have to get up in the middle of the night. You get up in the middle of the night, it's dark, and there's tripping hazards, so sometimes even having something bedside actually helps.
What a great idea.
Something like this also is easy to clean. We also have tub transfer benches, so basically you're putting one end outside the tub, one end inside the tub, so that you can use this along with a handheld shower and grab bars to keep you nice and safe. We also have bath lifts that you can actually get the advantages of hydrotherapy in a warm bath. So you can slide across it. It lowers you down into the bathtub, into the warm water, and then keeps you safe while you're actually enjoying a bath.
What a great idea. And I guess that's the key point, is enjoying the bath, right? You still want to
Exactly.
enjoy those moments. Thank you so much. We'll come back here, and we have more to tell you here at Motion in Hamilton, the Far East Hamilton Mountain. We'll be right back. Good morning. We're at Motion here in Hamilton, and November is Fall Prevention Month. I'm back with Julie, and this is exactly what we're going to talk about, to giving people the ability to move.
To move safely in their
Safely.
homes and avoid the falls that take you into hospital and put you basically at risk right now in
Yes.
this pandemic situation. A walker is an amazing tool to help you to prevent falls. And actually, it also helps you around the house. So for instance, let's say if you're using your walker and you have to carry something like your breakfast to the living room to watch the morning TV show, you can put everything on your seats and get you there. You can also sit in a walker, turn it around, and use it to prepare your food and keep in a safe situation.
That's fantastic. I've seen people use these, and they'll just be walking down the sidewalk and then just take a break, right? And they can sit. I think that's what's so great about those.
Exactly, and it's really enabling. Really, what
Sure.
we do is to help people be enabled. This walker will allow you to get out of the house safely,
Yep.
to be able to access events, and once we are able to access events outside our home again, the walker is a really, really great thing to be able to get you out,
Right.
as is a transport chair. So something really easy that your loved one can put in the car if the walker is a little bit not enough for you to be able to get around with and you need a longer place to sit. Transport chair folds up really, really easy. It's super light to fit into the car as well.
They've come a long way too, right? They're not those big heavy beasts they used to be.
Exactly, yeah, this is super, super light and
Yeah.
anybody can lift this.
Awesome.
And then even something like a travel scooter, I'm not going to take it apart right now, but it does come apart in about 4 pieces. The heaviest piece being the battery, which is about 29 pounds. This allows someone to get out of the house, to allow them to enjoy events, and actually to allow their family to enjoy events too, because not only does someone who is having mobility challenges feel like they're stuck in the house, but so does their spouse, because they
Yes.
want to be able to go out with them.
It's a good point. It's a very
Yes.
good point. And we all know we need to move our bodies. So whatever way we can get mentally, if we need that, and physically we need to get out of the house, even right now, where we can. And it's just good for us. As you say, it's good for family too. So this is important stuff. All right, we're going to come back here at Motion in Hamilton, and we're going to get more into some of the pediatric side of things,
Yes.
right? Okay, we'll be right back. This morning we were talking accessibility and mobility, and we're now talking about the little ones, right? The pediatric side of things.
The little ones. High-end rehab is sort of what our original core business was. And it's not only being safe at home, but it's also being safe at school. It's also interacting and being like everyone else,
Yes.
integrating into the schools. It's different things like standing and having a proper supportive chair that a child can sit at in their school. So this is a stander. This allows a child to stand and have activities and get the benefits of weight-bearing exercise.
Aw, that's
We also have a walker that actually has a little seat on it that a parent can actually take them down the street. And then
Oh.
actually I often see people walking their kids to school, just a little help, a little safety, and a little push from mom and dad, but it actually gives the child the benefits of walking.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then this is a chair, an activity chair for the school. So we do a lot of pediatric equipment, again, helping kids to be just like everybody else.
Yes, yeah, that's very important, absolutely. Okay, so tell me about these chairs.
So this is our adult high-end rehab. So what I wanted to show you is that we can customize for anyone's needs. This is a quite highly customized rigid chair, someone who's a very active user. And we have a lot of clients that unfortunately will receive devastating diagnoses later in life, something like ALS or MS. But again, what we do is we enable someone. We help them to take that devastating diagnosis and make things a little bit more normal. So for instance, this is a chair that is a power chair. I can tell you a story about an ALS client that I've had in the past who got the devastating diagnosis, but was able with one of these pieces of equipment to get on the GO train, to go down to his Bay Street job and come back again and not have a whole lot of difference in his life.
Wow, that is fantastic.
The other story I can tell you too is about a client of mine who she came home and she had purchased a birthday card, and her daughter said, why did you pick that kind of birthday card? That's not like you. And she replied to her daughter that that was the only one she could reach.
Oh.
So in her chair, she got a new chair, and now she is able to go up and basically be eye level with everyone else. This has huge social and psychological impact for someone that's dealing with a devastating diagnosis. So we really help them live their best lives.
And I think that's the big message here as we look throughout the course of the morning is, again, accessibility and mobility, but it's customization and really talking to people, getting to know them and their needs and how they live their lives, right? So that you can help them to continue to live their lives as close to as normal as possible for them.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for coming in. Again, this is Motion, and this is a really great place. Very beautiful building here up in the far east Hamilton Mountain, and there's something here for everybody that needs help with some of their mobility and accessibility issues in the home and outside the home.